of government. One is central government, one is state government. Under central government, we have legislative, executive and judiciary, and under state government, we have state legislature, and it is headed by the chief minister of the state. Hey guys, this is Disha and you're watching Advocate Disha. I hope all are staying safe and strong. Yes, in my today's video, I'm going to talk about the state legislature, and this video will be helpful to those who are pursuing their LLB and the aspirants looking forward to write their competitive examination. And yes, being a general public, we must know about the state legislature. So without any further ado, let's get started with today's video. So guys, what is state legislature? The word legislature means it is the law-making body of the state. The state government is having certain power to make the law which the parliament cannot make. For example, police, irrigation, public health, etc. We know that central government is having two houses, that is Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. So the state legislature is also having two houses, that is Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. According to Article 168 of the Indian Constitution, a state can have a unicameral legislature, that is Legislative Assembly. And a state can also have a bicameral legislature, that is Legislative Council and Legislative Assembly. So according to Article 168 of the Indian Constitution, in every state there shall be a legislature and it shall be consist of a governor. In India, only 6 states have a bicameral legislature, that is Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Telangana, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Earlier, there were 7 states had a bicameral legislature, that is a state of Jammu and Kashmir, but it had been abolished through a J&K reorganization bill 2019. Now we have only 6 states having a bicameral legislature in India. Now let us look into the composition of the houses. First one, Legislative Assembly. Now the number of seats, the minimum number of seats of the Legislative Assembly fixed is 60 and maximum number of the Legislative Assembly seat fixed is 500. But some of the states are allowed to have a smaller Legislative Assembly. For example, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Goa, etc. So the member of the Legislative Assembly are chosen directly by the people through the adult franchise method. The seats in the Legislative Assembly is reserved for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe on the basis of the population. And also, if the governor has an opinion that the Anglo-Indian community is not adequately represented in the Legislative Assembly, then the governor may nominate any member of the community to the Legislative Assembly as he considers appropriate. The normal tenure of the Legislative Assembly of every state is 5 years, but it may be dissolved earlier by the governor. During the proclamation of emergency, the life of the assembly may be extended by an act of the parliament for a period of 1 year at a time, but in no case beyond a period of 6 months after the proclamation has ceased to operate. Now let us look into the second house, that is the Legislative Council. The total member of the Legislative Council should not exceed 1/3 of the total member of the Legislative Assembly. So the another criteria is that the member of the Legislative Council should not be less than 40 in any case. Now the question comes, how the member of the Legislative Council are elected. 1/3 of the members Legislative Council elected by local authorities. 1/12 of its members are to be elected by graduates of 3 years and 1/12 of its members elected from the person who is engaged in the teaching profession. And 1/3 are to be elected by Legislative Assembly of the state amongst the person who are not members of the assembly. And 1/6 are to be nominated by the governor from persons having special knowledge or practical experience in respect of such matters as literature, science, art, cooperative movement and social service, etc. What about the tenure of the Legislative Council? The Legislative Council is not subject to any dissolution, but after every 2 years, 1/3 of its member is going to retire like a Rajya Sabha. Now what about the qualification of membership? Firstly, the member must be a citizen of India, and secondly, if he wanted to member in the Legislative Assembly, he shall not be less than 25 years of age, and in case he wanted to be a member in the Legislative Council, he should not be less than 30 years of age, and any other qualification as be prescribed by the Parliament. Now, coming to the disqualification of membership, a person will be disqualified to become a member of the legislature if he holds any office of profit, if he is unsound mind, he is undischarged insolvent, he is not a citizen of India, or he is disqualified under any law made by the Parliament. Now let us look into the sessions of the state legislature. As per Article 174 of the Indian Constitution, the governor has given with the power to summons these houses of the state legislature. So the governor can summons these houses at such places at such time as he thinks fit or appropriate. But a necessary condition to be kept in mind that the time period between two sessions of these houses should not exceed 6 months. That's it guys in my today's video. I hope this video helped you to understand the Legislative Assembly and the Legislative Council. If you like my video, hit like, share and subscribe. See you in another new video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.